We recognise the Kaurna people as the custodians of the lands and waters of the Adelaide region and pay our respects to elders past and present. We acknowledge and respect the Kaurna people's cultural, spiritual, physical and emotional connection with their land, waters and community, and we extend that respect to all Aboriginal and First Nations people. I'm here with Justina Ashman. Hi, Justina.
Hi, Amy.
Describe yourself in 3 words. You've had time to prepare.
I've had so much time to prepare.
This should be good.
And it won't be good. Sleepy.
Sleepy.
And
that's such a cheap word.
that was not going to be my second word.
Let Peyton use that one.
And it's not my second word, but
Good.
also that was me stalling because
you still haven't got your words. You've been watching these.
I know, but okay.
And
sleepy
and well, you are proving sleepy, I guess. So
yeah,
truthful,
I suppose.
You are one of the most truthful people I know.
Relatively honest.
Yeah.
Is one. I only lie out of accident because I forget stuff. But I can't take forgetfulness. That's Payne's thing.
That's Payton's
It would be derivative.
Yeah.
Maybe sleepy and derivative.
Sleepy and derivative. Okay. What if you had to pick one word? Sleepy.
Yeah, sleepy. Sleepy is the only one. That's my one word.
If you could be any colour, what would you be?
Pink.
Pink. We've got mostly pink here.
I love pink.
It's amazing we didn't have a cage fight over who was going to get pink. Of all Amy Ann's upcoming monthly themes, which one are you most excited about?
I'm excited for the life writing memoir personal month. Yeah.
Ooh, I believe that's September.
Yes.
So when did you write your first ever novel?
I have never written a novel. If we say when did I first start writing a novel, it would be about the age of 8 or 9.
And
You've
it
written
was a novella.
No.
Yes, you have.
I don't count that. It's not finished.
You wrote a novella because it was your honours thesis, and I've read it.
Yeah, but it's not finished. That was actually.
I feel like you're going to be one of these authors where the publisher has to take it away from you, though.
Look, maybe.
Maybe. I would say it's finished.
No.
So, but you're writing your first ever novel now.
Yes, I am writing my first ever novel. And there's more proof as to why that novella doesn't count is because that is what I'm writing now.
Yeah,
as a novel.
Developing it into a novel.
Yeah.
Excellent. Do you want to give a vibe of
it? World War II lesbians.
Awesome. I mean, that just says it all.
Yeah, that's...
So you're also an editor sometimes.
Yeah.
Why are hyphens your enemy?
It's because no matter how much I try, I can't remember which compound words are hyphenated and which ones aren't, and I have to look it up every time, and it's such a waste of time.
I used a hyphen, not an em dash, for that question just to annoy you.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, also hyphens that are used instead of dashes are my enemy as well.
There you go. You're also, aside from being a writer and an editor and an academic and all kinds of other things, you've also interviewed a lot of people.
A couple.
So who's your favourite person you've ever interviewed?
Oh, I don't actually think I've interviewed that many people.
Okay.
I think you're making me pick between like 2 people.
Oh, okay.
Wait, about 5 people actually.
5 people. So you can pick out of 5, 1 of 5.
Oh, no.
Don't be offended, the other ones.
I really enjoyed interviewing... I'm going to cheat. I really enjoyed interviewing Patrick Lenton and Bridie Lee Kennedy because, one, it was very easy. They were such great storytellers that it was just, like, fascinating.
Yeah, I enjoyed being in the audience for that one. Who's your favourite Amy? Amy Matthews or Amy Barry?
I'm an Amy Matthews.
Oh, that's the real me. So, nice. So on top of everything else you've done, you've sometimes programmed festivals.
Yes.
So film festivals and literary festivals. If you could design a festival of anything in the whole world, what would your dream festival be?
Oh, okay.
Like crocheted hat festival, or what would it be?
I think it would be a really like mixed interdisciplinary arts festival. Ooh. Like instead of segregating the literary away from the screen, away from the just mush everything together, and have it be I would want it to be entirely free, and I wanted it to be completely like off the wall, like kookiness.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I think we should do that. Can I come? Can I get a free
Yeah,
ticket?
yeah.
It's
Oh,
all
if you
free.
if you can help me find someone to fund it, then yes, absolutely.
All right, there you go, people. Send your money now. Would you go camping or glamping?
Oh, camping. But I've never actually been glamping before, so actually that would be quite fun.
Okay, what if you had to go camping with Abby or glamping with Harry? Have you got a preference between those two things? Remembering one of them is the villain on the show.
I think I would go camping with Abby, actually.
Oh, Harry.
No, I would go camping with Abby and glamping. No, camping with Harry, glamping with Abby.
Oh, that would be hilarious. I think that would be amazing. Okay, which part of the Amy Ann Book Club are you most excited about?
Oh, I think just the
Glamping
fact,
and camping.
yeah, our camping trip that's coming
Yeah.
up. No, I think just actually working together. Like, it's really fun when we have, like, even when we're not recording, just working all together and bouncing ideas off of each other. Yeah.
It has been a bit of a dream. I'm biased, but speaking of which, and I did not write this question because I'm an old person and don't know what this means, but who is your bias?
Oh.
I have got a note here, K-pop question for the
That
old
would
person.
be Felix from Stray Kids.
All right, good to know. I'm going to have to go look that up. I do know what that is because you guys have talked about that. I know what shoes you wear to the concerts and everything. How can people become as good at telling dad jokes as you are?
Oh, it's all wordplay and it's all just being constantly distracted.
Yeah. Right.
It's one of my faults and also joys, which is when people are talking to me and then I get immediately distracted because a word means something else. So it's literally just me leaning into
Falling
my
asleep at will.
distractibility.
So if you had a pseudonym, what would it be?
I think my brother sometimes calls me JJ, so I think I would go with the initial and go JJ. And then I don't know about the surname.
I don't think you keep yours because you're
No.
close to J.J. Abrams.
Yeah, JJ Ashman's. Well, my mum's maiden name was Arteta, so it
That's
could be
pretty
JJ
cool.
Arteta.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's got a nice rhythm to it. Yep, and now Peyton's killer question. If you were to have a sentient object romance, what would be your object?
Oh, it's a very difficult question, and I very consciously said difficult instead of hard just
Yeah,
then.
thanks for that.
And then ruined it by bringing it up anyway. I'll gaze around your house and have a little thing. Maybe coffee machine.
Coffee machine?
Yeah,
Always hot.
yeah, exactly. Steamy,
Steamy.
pretty steamy.
Pretty wet.
Yeah. Energetic.
Energetic, keeps you up all night. Yeah,
Exactly.
we could just do dad jokes forever here.
Yeah, it writes itself.
Yeah, it does. All right, well, thank you for joining us, Justina. You stayed very focused, I thought. Well done.
Thank you. I did my best.